If you're one of those players wondering just how evergreen Lord of the Rings has been for Wizards of the Coast and how the secondary market is shaping up, then this is a video you're not going to want to miss. The surprises from Lord of the Rings continue to unfold as this evergreen set continues to deliver not just to audiences, but also to Wizards of the Coast and the secondary market. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here, and thank you again for hanging out with me today on my channel. A reminder before we start today's video that if you enjoy the content, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Turn on that notification bell. I put out new content every single day. Now, Lord of the Rings is still available in stores. You can find it. You can go out and buy boxes of it. You can go shopping. I'll show you some images soon. But some cards are harder to find than others. Some cards are a little more expensive. And what I mean by that is a lot of the serialized cards, as well as all these poster cards. Some of the sales on these things have been going through the roof for about 2 months now. I did a video earlier talking about how the sales of the sealed product kind of disappeared from the market and it's kind of been cornered, driving up the sale prices. But all these cards actually are still seeing sales, okay? The poster cards are still moving. Now, when you look at all the serialized cards, things like Fangor and Forest, it's an amazing card, don't get me wrong. I love having one. I only bought one myself. But when you look at the serialized cards, not only are they sold out, they are fetching a premium and people are paying it. So this is one of those instances that we know of that serialized cards are going beyond a year. Okay, they're really starting to, like, the Neon Ink never really went very far. Certain cards haven't really panned out, but Lord of the Rings breaks that mold and continues on. Now, if we take a look at some of the other cards like the Elven Ring, you can see here $1,438.55 lightly played, and that's US. And of course, I did open one of those on the channel. If you guys go ahead and take a look in my most watched videos, you'll find the Lord of the Rings where I say we found one. It was epic. And of course, when I turn that back into 401 games, it sold in like a week. Okay, it was $2,800, I think. People paid huge money for this stuff. Now, the thing you have to realize is, yes, these are readily available. You can still get the Lord of the Rings Jumpstart Booster Box for $134 Canadian, which, by the way, is starting to shape up like a very good deal. And some people fail to recognize you can get all kinds of crazy cards in here, but if you just want to play the experience again, this is a very affordable Jumpstart Booster that actually kind of pays off in the actual playability of the set. Now, when we take a look at other products, though, like the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth Collector Box, after we found the One Ring, you think everyone would lose interest. No. This box went from like $4.99 to $5.99 to $6.99, and it continues to climb. As well as you can see here, they also have the English Draft Box for $269. It was on sale just a couple of weeks ago. But you know why it's not on sale anymore? Can you guess? More boxes started selling. And this is something we have to talk about. I doubt there's any more Lord of the Rings in the pipeline other than what's at distribution or at stores now, or whatever collectors may have hoarded some boxes. That will be thinned out because I know for a fact players still like opening these and buying them. And I know from several stores I've talked to that we are seeing individual booster packs still selling weekly. 5-6 packs a week from players just having some fun and kicking it. Even some mini little pre-release kits they put together themselves and play in the back corner of a store just to have a good time. But what that also means is there's a little bit less on the market every week. And of course, as the market thins out, prices like this are likely to go higher in the long term. I don't think anything's going to adjust right now in the next year or two. But if this trend continues of this evergreen set, because I know as well that when players and fans of Lord of the Ring hear that it's still around, they go and buy a box. They crack it open and they have some fun. People are still buying the intro decks. They're still buying the commander decks. Now, I know for a lot of you out there, you had your experience and you were done. You may still enjoy it. But the fact it's still being opened regularly is not the norm in today's Magic the Gathering world. It's an entirely different thing. And this is a template that Wizards of the Coast is likely going to study. They're going to be taking a look at this stuff. Because the sales right now, this is something that they've left on the table, right? The secondary market is not available to them. They get the data, they get the information, they'll look at the actuarials of the sales and they'll say, look at all the money we left on the table. We got to find a way of replicating this, putting it back on the market, but taking a larger share. And that's going to be something the company will probably try to deal with in the near future. It's something to be aware of. But we can't take away from the fact that this set continues to sell. the cards are of interest and players still want them. And depending what kind of fan you are, some people are willing to pay top dollar to get these cards, okay? And some of the cards we're talking about do find their way into Commander decks regularly. Take a look at this one. Let's take a moment and talk about the One Ring. Now, this card has not been reprinted, but there are multiple versions of this card available, which means there's a lot out there right now. The fact this card still sells multiple playsets a week when you count all the versions together that are available, and we still have demand for the card, but no more supply coming to market, and this card doesn't look like it's getting banned anytime soon, this is going to represent a problem later on. Maybe not in the interim, but later on in the future of this card, you may notice the price of these cards starting to spike. Now, when we also take a look at the cards like the Fangorn Forest, this card used to be a $16, $17 card. It's already at the $30 US level, and it's still selling multiple copies every day. Again, the supply chain of this card is limited. As big as it is, and it's a massive print run, it is still limited in how many players want to buy and sell the card. And right now, there are a lot more buyers than there are sellers. And of course, that will represent a deficit in supply at some point. If these sales and these trends of sales continue, you may see a run on the store. And I'm not trying to contribute to a FOMO event, but the idea that we can actually run out and no longer have this product available is probably circulating through the minds of more than just one person. My conversation started by looking up some current pricing because I haven't revisited this product for a little while since the booster box, collector box special edition stuff I did a few weeks back, maybe a month and a half ago. But when I started looking at the individual sales inside this product, they're really high. They are far higher than I've seen, and with a set of this age, you would have expected a real downturn. And this, of course, just speaks to how much Lord of the Rings means to a lot of players and how much they really want to enjoy the idea and nostalgia of a set like this into the future deck builds they're building. Not Rings of Power, the TV show, but what we saw. Now, going forward with a supply issue, and with players probably thinking what I'm showing you right now, somebody's going to start gobbling up boxes at some point. It may start out slow. It may start out really quick. Because word does travel when things start thinning out. When you hear a store doesn't have something, you may start looking somewhere else. And then it kind of becomes a chain reaction snowball with more and more stores not having it. Now, I know right now there's quite a bit of supply still out there. I just want to lend that ear that maybe if there were individual cards you wanted, I don't know if the prices are really going to go any lower. And if there's boxes you wanted, eventually they will disappear. They will go to secondary market homes. They will go to hoarders and people who are building up speculative collections of these cards for future resale 10, 15 years from now. In case you guys haven't noticed, Lord of the Rings, the movie, hasn't been out in 20 years now, and it's still very popular. The fans are the fans. It carries on generationally. A product like this, unless Wizards can find a way to relicense it, you may see some craziness in the next 5 years. It's just something I wanted to mention in today's video because I can see it myself when I look at some guys in the corner who I know have already bought boxes. And I say, why did you guys all buy 6 packs? So we could have a great afternoon. And they just wanted to play. Got some lands out, put it together, spent an afternoon playing. And they consider that price of entertainment very reasonable. Even when it's a draft box, they don't care. They wanted to get in there. And those price of draft boxes, in case you guys haven't noticed, compared to play booster boxes, they look pretty attractive to people. They look very attractive. And I know people who are still buying the Jumpstart boxes because 134 Canadian is what? Less than $100 US probably? Close to it, maybe $100, which means those Jumpstart packs still lend a lot of excitement and playability. You slap 2 decks together and you're ready to go. Not to mention, of course, here at the end, that you still have the intro decks. And Christmas is coming, and you're probably going to see another surge of those go out to people for stocking stuffers. Just wanted to put that in your ear, let you guys mull this over, and of course drop some comments in the comment section because the singles are phenomenal. Are there any cards you're looking for from Lord of the Rings? Because I myself was looking for some, and that's when I started noticing just how high the sales are. Guys, let me know in the comment section. Drop some comments. Let's keep the conversation flowing. Thanks again for stopping by the channel. Don't worry, I will see you guys on Saturday for the top 10 hottest selling cards in Magic, and some of the numbers are going to blow your mind. I'll see you then. Hi everyone, we're here at the end of the video. Yep, you're seeing all the patrons go by. Each and every one of them contributes to making sure that daily uploaded content is available for everyone on YouTube. And I can never thank them enough for the experience of doing so. So to my patrons and my YouTube membership members, thanks again for making this an experience of a lifetime. I will see you guys all tomorrow with, of course, another video. What? You made it to the end? You're here at the Ramble Jamble, the after party? Here's my beat up thermos for coffee when I go to work. I refuse to replace this thing. Until it dies, I'm not replacing it. Now, since you're here, 48 Jumpstart booster boxes sold last week. 16 set, 38 draft in a week. Not every sale is found on TCG Player, but when the market starts to move quietly, I like to take notice and let you guys know what's going on. The singles do have strong sales. I usually don't care about sealed product now just because the abundance that was printed, but I think some people are taking advantage of the Play Booster Box price and are capitalizing on the fact they're not that far apart. So sales have been moving. You guys are now in the know. Thanks again for watching the video. I'm going to drink this coffee, go make some dinner for the family, but don't worry, I will definitely see you guys tomorrow.